good to go. Yay. That's a beautiful part about having an intimate channel.
Uh, don't worry, this will not happen again. There,
Oh, it's not a
yeah.
problem. Like the live goes out and lets everyone know we should be patched through very shortly. Let's see here.
Okay, this lighting is better, I think.
Oh, yeah. Was that labradorite?
No, fluorite.
Oh, fluorite. Okay.
Okay, that one is
Let's
better.
see. I don't know if it's launching. Let's see. It says it's preparing. Ooh. Let me try to launch it again. Well, it says but it stopped. Let's see if we're still streaming or not.
Is something telling us not to do this today, I wonder?
I wonder. Well, let's see here. Hold on. Let me check with the moderator. Moderator, if you can hear me, please put a thumbs up in the chat. We'll give it the time to like, ooh,
Oh,
that's,
that's better. Yeah. Okay, that lighting is better. Okay, good.
let's see here. If we're, I think we are going to be getting a thumbs up soon because it looks like it's actually running. Let's see here. We check in on the back side. I'm not even getting a response. Let's see here. She doesn't see anything happening.
No?
Let me try again. No, it says we are.
The energy's been wild this week.
Huh? Let's see. Let me chat her. She's not seeing it, but I can see the live here. And I know that it's interesting because the kitchen made some cakes today that didn't necessarily turn out the way
Oh,
anticipated. So there is a little wonky weather happening here. Hold on one second. Everyone, thank you for your patience. Oh, here she is. Okay, so we're going to sound check. Thumbs up when you can hear me. Perfect. And we are, I think, good to go, Alka. We will prevail, right? Go with the flow.
yeah, totally.
Okay, yes, she is definitely hearing us. Okay, so my name is Joelle. I'm the Vibrarian. I'm here to elevate, enlighten, and empower. And one of the ways that I empower myself is with crystals. Ooh, I love crystals. And so I am here with Alka, one part of the dynamic duo behind Crystal Matchmakers. And this is our date night. Sometimes we're a little late for dates, but it's always worth it. Maybe we're doing a little something extra to get prepared, right?
Yeah, what do they say? If you arrive slightly late, there's a saying when you arrive slightly late to the date, it's you're trying to put the attention on yourself. So the crystals definitely want the attention on themselves today.
Oh my
So
gosh. And
yeah,
how could not? You were showing some beautiful ones just as we were getting set up. People might have gotten a seat, a peek of those. Tanya says, Hi, Alka. So, okay. So, like, we are going to get right into it because I have a new crystal match. Okay. This beautiful, beautiful crystal is new to me. I just received it or brought it home with me, I think about a month ago now.
yeah,
I can get a little beautiful light on it. It is a ammonite spiral that has been inlaid. Like, if you're wanting to know why is it so unusual, it is this beautiful kind of mauve pink color on the inside, and it was sitting on this little stand across from me calling Joelle, Joelle, as I tried to ignore it. Okay, I'm like literally looking directly in the line of sight. I lasted about maybe an hour before Mark said, I see you looking at it. You know, I was being a wallflower, but I was waiting to see if it was going to ask me to dance. So, and then
Oh.
after that, of course, I was like, well, you put it out, but it's going to go home with me. So please mark it
Yeah.
sold. And here's what the back looks like, of course.
So
Beautiful.
Mark apologizes for not being here today. He's my other half and the other half of Crystal Matchmakers. But yeah, what you have there is a fuss. So I always slightly mispronounce this phosphosiderite inlaid ammonite. Now, ammonite's a million-year-old fossil, and what we use ammonite a lot in healing, especially because of the spiral. I use it a lot in third eye, on your third eye when we have you laying on the table and we're doing hands-on healing, because it slowly unwinds the monkey mind. That
Mhm.
is the magic of ammonite. Ammonite's also used as a prosperity crystals, actually. So when we're talking about prosperity crystals in your prosperity corner for feng shui in your house, we recommend ammonite, a lot of ammonite. And then phosphidorite, which is that beautiful purple mauve and this
The
beautiful purple
dragon.
mauve dragon.
Yes.
Phosphidorite is your connection for twin souls. It is a twin soul crystal.
Mhm.
It helps with that connectivity between twin souls. It helps with that. I always envision twin souls when I'm, sitting in meditation or sitting in vision as a thicker than a cord, almost like an etheric tube connected between the twin souls. So
Mhm.
to me, that etheric tube is this color. It's
Mm.
this color, it's the violet ray, right? The purple ray of wisdom, of clearing. So to me,
Mhm.
the connection between twins are always very, very clear, unless someone has on purpose sabotaged it in any way. So for sapphirite is that connection. To me, that's what the connection is made of. It's ground because it contains iron. It's grounding as well. You always
Mhm.
want any kind of etheric connection to have a certain aspect of groundedness. Otherwise, it's always way up in the air.
Mhm.
So that's why I think, Joelle, you were specifically
Mhm.
attracted to this piece. And the funny story is we have two. We have this and we have a turquoise. And Mark,
I didn't see the turquoise.
we were not, this was a last minute ad. So we were not going to bring this. And then Mark asked, and I said no. But then as we were walking out, I just picked it up and I said, yes, let's do it. I feel someone's going to take a look at this. So it feels like it was calling out, right, for you. Yeah, we didn't bring the other one. We just brought this one
I
because
would like to see the turquoise.
sure, we'll take a picture and we'll send it to you.
I mean, the ammonite spiral started coming in energetically a couple years ago for me, and through that, in that particular time, it was with an energy of Saraswati, which is who Alana Fairchild associates with the crystal in her crystal teachings, and it was about the power of sound
Mm,
and speaking and using sound frequency. So it was very appropriate at the time. And I had another smaller ammonite spiral that I'm now having wrapped since it's smaller, and I have a different, bigger jumbo now. So
yeah,
I love that this came through. Glenda Emery actually got the beautiful big ammonite that had caught my eye very first. I mean, it was probably what, twice again the size of this
yes,
one.
yeah,
It's beautiful, but it definitely calls to me. All things ocean tend to, do so. But I love crystals in the bath. I keep Amazonite and rose quartz on all the time, and they're rough stones. But this one, when I got into the bath with it, it created a whirlpool vortex that went like a toroidal field above and below, swirled out from it. And then it had a whole conversation with me about how like activating with it, like it completes a circuitry, if you will,
yeah,
that for clear channeling of
yeah.
vibrations and energy when I access this portal through like water
Wow.
memory. So it's very, very interesting. And I
Yeah,
know it came from,
it
to be with
you've just kind of proven something that I've always said, right? That crystals have their generic properties, but that's why we're the crystal matchmakers. We want to match you to your right crystal because that crystal has a story for you, has a message for you, has that connection for you, so that when you sit with it, it's not just about its generic properties, but it's about that message that is bringing to you specifically, the story that it contains. And so that's why I feel every one of these pieces are unique, and every one of these pieces belongs to somebody who can then understand that language, that story, that, it's they're the crystal keeper for that specific crystal. And it sounds like your experience with ammonite and with the ammonite phosphidorite specifically is just amazingly magical. And I'll be interested to see what more stories it has opened you up to.
Well, I will tell you, let me share my screen here. I'm trying to pull it up. I'm always doing readings and having conversations. And so just the other day, in using Diana Cooper's website, she did one of the dragon decks that I used. She has free readings, and this was the Atlantis cards that she has. And it talks about the birth crystals. When babies were born in the golden age, crystals from their home planet materialized beside them because all humans go through the veil of amnesia on incarnation. People were unable to remember their stellar origins. However, when they held their birth crystals, they made an unconscious connection with home and felt a sense of peace and comfort that helped them during their time on Earth. Roots. If you draw this card, you are guided to strengthen your connection with home, which may mean meditating on your stellar origins. Alternatively, it may suggest that you explore your background and ancestral heritage. You may even need to put down more roots to enhance your feeling of belonging, which you can do by meeting new people, deepening friendships, or developing interests locally.
Oh,
Deepen your roots to create a solid foundation.
that she has put in words something that I have felt for the longest time, that we all, not just the golden age, but all of us have that it can go to a birth crystal that will help us remember our origin, that will help us remember who we are and what we're here to do. Oh, this is
Yes. And
beautiful.
I just noticed just now
Stunning.
it has the spiral
Look at
on it.
that.
I didn't even
Yep.
see that because the image is very, very small on the web page. She like you really
Yeah.
gotta have the cards. But here I saved it.
Wow.
So here we have that beautiful spiral. One of the people who's in my group of people that I notify of readings and things immediately said I think she said something like she used to dream about having a purple crystal when she was a baby or something. It resonated for her, that explanation too. And one of the things that, let me stop this share here. I had an Akashic record reading a couple years ago, now, 2 birthdays ago, with Todd Bryson, who I love his channel, Modern Galaxy. And in that session, he said that shards of crystals that we once worked with in past lifetimes as shamans, priests, the priestesses, healers, portal keepers. In this case, in my story, I was doing portal work, but he said that your fragments of tools that you worked with before will find their way to you in this lifetime
Oh, yeah.
again.
Yeah. No, I definitely believe that. And the first of these actually are the Lemurian seed crystals, right? They're
Yes.
the first of these that are very clear about going to. I mean, I have my Lemurian seed crystal that is my memory that I had seeded as a Lemurian priestess. And so she's come back to me. She's come back to me to teach me, to remind me who I was, who I am, and what I'm capable of doing. So absolutely, that is absolutely the truth.
I love it. So we are here ready for the Lunar New Year, the wood dragon. You had your dragon.
Yes.
All right. So like we're releasing the water rabbit, moving into wood dragon. Plus, I think you've been to the Gem and Mineral Show at least once, maybe since we were here. So what have you
The
got to date around
last,
today?
yeah, actually the last time, right? So we were in Denver and we also connected with one of our suppliers. Joel, I've got kind of an exciting announcement that we are now officially the largest producer and supplier of harmonizers.
Harmonizers. Wow.
So yeah, we've got the largest variety on the web, even in
Is
person.
that pyrite?
That's pyrite with
Mhm.
druzy. So normally you'd see harmonizers that would be carved and it's just, just a plain pyrite.
Yeah.
But what we got done was with the
Let
actual
it be.
matrix
Yes.
and yeah, the cubes. So yeah, so it's really exciting that we're so exclusive with this.
Oh, I have like probably 5 or 6 harmonizers that I grab in different combinations. I keep them on my coffee table so when people are over there invited, yeah, like get some crystal, go some crystal good, good.
This is my because I'm chatting from my work desk. I've got my lapis harmonizer and my green tourmaline, which is a new batch that has come, harmonizers here with me. Because anytime I feel a little unbalanced, a little unfocused, they're in my hand and I'm focusing 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes, and it's got me in that mode of focus. So the
Mhm.
harmonizer energies for that focus is really, really, really powerful. The other things we got from Denver, we got quite a few carvings that some were sold, but one of these that we got is this Chrysocolla dragon. Now, the
Nope.
Chrysocolla is from Peru, and the
Mhm.
dragon is carved in Bali. So the
Mhm.
supplier has a factory in Bali that carves them out. So it's really beautiful. They do
Mhm.
dragons, they do Ganeshas. We got a few Ganeshas this time as well. The
So
other
what does Chrysocolla bring with dragon energy?
Chrysocolla to me is breath. So when we're thinking of dragon energy and we're thinking of dragon fire, dragon breath, the strength of dragon fire, and we spoke about this when we were talking about wood
Mhm.
dragon, the chrysocolla brings that breath stronger. I actually have highly recommended chrysocolla for those who have asthma, lung issues. I think the last time
I
you and
have
I
crystal
spoke, we
cola,
spoke
yeah,
about
from you
chrysocolla
first.
for your lungs. Um,
Yeah.
pneumonia as well, exceptional for pneumonia. And then what we got is this chrysocolla with malachite.
Mm.
So these palm
Mhm.
stones are chrysocolla with malachite from the Congo. And
Mhm.
so, again, malachite being that heart stone, the attraction stone, it's attracting that healing to your lungs, to your breath, right?
Mhm.
Those COVID sufferers, I recommend chrysocolla as well, and with this
Mhm.
malachite combination, because it
Mhm.
brings, it attracts that level of breath to you. Speaking of malachite, I'd like to share this little guy we found this time too,
Oh,
little bear, and
fair.
I
Okay.
love this
I
side of
love the
him.
modeling.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, he's
Oh,
dark
yeah,
on
it's
one
very
side,
different.
and then he's just so beautiful, so attractive, cute little guy. Um, and malachite's an attraction stone. And by attraction, I don't mean just, oh, attracting the love to me, or malachite's in general an attraction stone. So when you're doing any kind of manifestation, you're talking about positive affirmations that you want to attract in your life. Malachite will help. So always put a little bit of malachite. So as we were talking about, Chinese New Year is about all about good health, prosperity, success, and wealth. So I always recommend, yes, citrine is, the premier prosperity stone. It's positive, it's
Hmm.
all that goodness.
It's a beautiful piece.
It is. It's Zambian, from Zambia, and then pyrite, which again, pyrite brings things to you that are lost to you. So your own lost wealth, your prosperity, and to add a piece of malachite with that. So whatever you're calling forth, you are attracting to you. So your
Mm.
little prosperity corner has, um, citrine, pyrite, ammonite, green aventurine, all of these wealth stones with
Mm.
a little bit of malachite to bring that attraction to you. Uh,
Mm.
when you're manifesting in your manifestation practice, as you're doing your candle ceremony, put a little malachite there as well to attract what you've asked for.
Okay. Now, that healing part about malachite, I'm like, because, again, it can trigger that. Yes, that could trigger a purge.
So it's again what you're going to, as I said, attraction, right? So it's what you say, okay, I'm ready for my healing. I'm ready to purge. And you're holding a malachite and saying this, you know what? Malachite's going to bring it to you instant. And you've experienced this, Joelle.
Yeah,
Talk about in an instant. That is malachite. You know, I'm going to say what I'm going to say right now. Bring me my life's purpose. And malachite's going to just whoosh, you got it. You got it. You asked for it,
right,
you got it. Yeah.
right.
And a lot of people say, oh, I have this, but all I'm doing is I'm not attracting wealth. I'm not, so I asked them, I said, what statements do you make in your life? What are the kind of things do you tell yourself? If you tell yourself, oh, I've spent so much money this month, I'm poor. Well, Malachite, you're saying this in front of Malachite. It's just saying, okay, let me bring that for you if that's what you say you are, as
Mm,
opposed to, bring me enough for myself and to share with others. Okay, Malachite's going to bring that to you. And we were talking about that yesterday when we say we
yes,
just want enough. We want enough for ourselves and we want enough to share, right?
yes, for everyone to have
Yeah,
everything they need. Yes, yes.
exactly. Exactly.
Okay, Malachi. Like I said, I learned that you use a softener with it. Like the amethyst combination of rose quartz as well.
I just feel though this year, And we've already felt it, right? This dragon energy. I mean, we say it starts on Saturday. I feel dragons already entered my life for sure, you know? And things are gonna hit us hard and hard, not in a bad way, strongly, you know?
Intense, yes.
Intense. So malachite has that intense energy. Physically, malachite will pull out pain. So post surgery, I always recommend malachite because
Hmm.
malachite helps to pull out pain. I never take painkillers. I take malachite by my side.
Hmm.
Really
Okay.
pull the pain out, pull the pain out.
Well, that'd be good to put in. Is it a water safe?
It's not entirely water safe. But of course, I think there's a preconceived notion that, you know, you put malachite in water and all this toxic air is going to come, you know, like smoke is going to come into your life. It's over time, because it's got copper. So it should
But
not
like if
be.
you put it in your bath, I'm not like, and I wouldn't mean drinking, but like bathing.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Don't even put it in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you want to create an essence out of it, you can have a bottle of water and put the bottle of water in a bin or in a glass jar or something and put malachite by its side, not in the water. So that
Okay.
over a couple of days so that you create that essence.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, good to know.
Yeah.
Now, recently I would have been prompted to, aquamarine came back out to work with as an energy. So, what do you know or say or story about aquamarine? Like,
Aquamarine is obviously throat chakra, right? Your expression of your voice. But I find aquamarine is gentler than some other crystals like we have out there, like blue lace agate and blue chalcedony. Blue chalcedony is a lot stronger in expression of your voice, but aquamarine is an expression of your voice. Aquamarine also, because aquamarine is the blue form of morganite, is the pink form of aquamarine, which is heart, which is grief, the grief stone. It helps pull the grief out. So I find a
mm,
lot of the times aquamarine is related to that, pulling that grief, expressing that grief that you hold
mm,
within your heart out.
okay, well, that's interesting. The teaching that I got was that it is connected to home frequencies of the planet. The aquamarine dragon energy came in for one, and then the other teaching was saying to drink water to act that has been infused with aquamarine energy to connect with the energies of home and for channeling. So I've been leaving it beside a glass on a charger plate that I have, an orgonite charger that
Mhm.
was struck for me specifically for water work.
Yeah.
So I have my copper coil really inside that in the glass water, but then I have this on the side. And so just refreshing myself from these waters, like it's like a very almost like an infusion that I'm feeling as it's coming through me. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I just kind of listen to my guidance and it doesn't make sense. I just do it, you know?
Yeah. See, the thing is, again, Joelle, and we just the crystals have their basic qualities, but how it works for you, right? For
Hmm.
me, that expression, that channel, the crystal that works for me, the combination that works for me is apophyllite and kyanite. Because
Hmm.
kyanite is the truth speaker. It's for me, it is the speaker of the truth from your entire system and
Hmm.
expressing that truth. And so that to me is what channeling is. So depending on what channel is to you, right? Therefore, that is the expression. So I find again, aquamarine is a gentler stone. So if it's expressing anything, it's expressing it gently. And sometimes when I channel the gentle expression, the message does not go across.
Hmm.
Sometimes it has to be, okay, this is the fact, this is what it has to be. And so the gentle form of expression that, you know, it doesn't get heard. So what is channeled to you? How do you express? How do you communicate that? That's very important aspect also when you're picking up crystals. But the most important aspect of this is using your intuition,
Hmm.
using that connection you have with the crystals.
It's quite fun and delightful, like to really have a personal conversation with your crystal. Like,
Yeah.
if people could hear the inner dialogue or outer dialogue that I have in my home with my crystals, it's like talking to your plants.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really, it's a relationship that it makes total sense to me. And so I'm assuming that if people are here for crystal matchmakers, it probably makes sense to them too.
Yeah, and no, I bet everyone on this call says, yeah, I've had that communication. I've had those messages. I've picked up a crystal and it has spoken to me, or even across a room, I went to this corner and there was a crystal. And so apparently they heard something. So there are different forms of communication. I think again, it's a very personal relationship between your crystal and you and your crystal, or the crystal you're about to receive. It's a very personal relationship. So you have to connect and listen to that intuition into, what that crystal is telling you in your own language, in your own symbology, in your own, heart language.
Yes, I was just laughing because it's like a calling card now, a symbol like that you're in the good vibe tribe. Like when you see people out who are wearing what you can tell are conscious crystals, like not just like an adornment or whatever, but you can see that, like a gentleman that helped us the other day, he had a beautiful, very well invested. Like if you know crystals, you know investment, beautiful large beads of like amethyst and onyx and a central. I mean, it was very with a very matching bracelet. And I know the diameter on his stones were like it was a very manly, he was a very manly, solid Aquarius. Actually, his birthday was yesterday. But I just could not stop looking at his crystals. And I told him I might have to jump on you, take your crystals home with me because they were just so present. And I was like, I see you. Like it's the calling card of, oh, you got a crystal? What, it's like people who have dogs. The
Yeah.
dog walkers all see the other dog walkers. The cat people all see the cat folks when they're, out in the world. So you
Yeah.
find your tribe. It's getting
Yeah,
bigger.
no, you absolutely find your tribe. And yeah, once you have communed with crystals that have come from the right place. Like, for example, what we get, right? We always make it a point to one, make friends with our vendors and then find out from them, where did the raw material come from? How many hands has it gone through? Like our harmonizers, for example, they go from the mines to our supplier, and he's the one who carves them out and it comes to us. So that has, transported, maybe let's say in the shipment process as well, 4 hands and not
Mhm.
50 hands or 100 hands. But
Right.
then too, I've met crystals that have passed through hundreds of hands and they're tired and they're worn, and I've gone, yep, I need to take this because while the crystal may not have anything for me, but I have something for the crystal, and it's my responsibility to care for it, wash it, clean it, keep it, heal it, and either return it to the ground or many a times passed it on to someone who it's meant to be for. So I'm kind of
Mhm.
the preparer, the middle person, right? The
Mhm.
crystal keeper, I call myself, who keeps it until it's ready to go to its new friend, its new family.
Yeah, I'm sure being around all the other crystals, it's like being at the spa, right? Like, ooh, especially with your grandfather Celestial and holding the center vortex there for all who are in that space.
Yeah. His latest thing is he now, because the family came, so we had to clear the middle space. So I put him in front of the fireplace. Now he doesn't want to move. So that's his latest place. He's in front of the fireplace, and it feels like he has a better vantage point because now he sees beyond. He sees the entire house.
Very nice. I can't wait to come visit for the next showcase. So, um, any other crystal lore or tips for this week? Any
Well,
things you want to spotlight for the
for
viewers
this
to contact you about?
For this week, really, I urge everyone to focus on resetting your feng shui crystals, the feng shui in the house. Wash your crystals out, place them. Your prosperity corner, which is your southeast corner of the house, just, have all of those wonderfully shiny,
N-
beautifully
Is that
clean
switching to
crystals.
northeast with the wood dragon, did you say the other day? Or no?
Well, no, your northeast corner is your spiritual corner, your corner of wisdom. So with the northeast corner, if you do have a dragon carving or anything that's a dragon, the dragon faces your wisdom corner. So
Okay.
that's what you want, where you want dragon to be. But where uh, wealth comes from is from the southeast. So you want that
Okay.
to be clean, no clutter, beautifully set crystals, beautifully set symbols of what you feel as prosperous to you, you know?
Mm,
I urge you to put a malachite to attract. But then when you're there near the malachite, remember you're attracting the wealth and not any negativity, or because malachite will bring that negativity to you. If you know, that's my caution about malachite, other than it being toxic. So you put malachite and you're around malachite, bring that positivity into your life. Um, the
mm,
the other crystal I really want to, if I may,
mm,
highlight today is fluorite. I feel fluorite really does not get enough credit that it should have, because fluorite, people, talk about, oh, fluorite's for focus. Yes, it's brilliant for focus. It's brilliant for a lot of things. Fluorite is also your supreme protector.
mm,
Fluorite helps to cut cords between you and people who do not mean you well. So if someone has ill intention toward you and they're hanging around you, you're an energetic being. You already feel a little uncomfortable. But then you go, oh, they're saying all the nice words. So I'm sure they don't mean me harm. But fluoride goes at that underlying layer of that relationship to understand deeper what that person's intention is towards you. And if
mm,
that person's intention is anything but, noble and sincere, fluoride cuts the cords and literally sends that person away from your life. So if
mm,
you're ready for, your life to be kind of cleaned out and you to be surrounded
mm,
by authentic people who genuinely love you, care for you, are sincere, you know, put fluoride by your side.
mm.
Put
I
fluoride.
definitely have some fluoride around here. I was just thinking, like, where's my fluoride? I have to go gather. You have your secret, you have a stash of crystals over here, and then you have some that you put away and over here, but then the others are in a jewelry box over there. And
Uh-huh.
it's like I have to pull them all out. And then the other thing is going back and remembering what are these again? But fluoride is going to be like green and purple
Yeah.
color in the same, there's
Kind of vein, yeah. Green, blue,
and
purple.
it can
That's
be cloudy or clear,
Yeah,
right?
correct. This is
That's what
rainbow
I
fluoride.
like.
Yeah. Joel, actually, now that you mentioned that, I would love for us to do a show, a ask the crystal name on date night one night, where, people bring their crystals and we can help them identify them. That would be
That
amazing.
would be awesome. I would
Yeah.
love to do, I'm still planning, Alka. We've talked about doing an in-person event here in Atlanta where
Yeah.
people can come around. We're getting lots of hearts on that one there, where people can come around because some of the color you can't see that great on
I
camera.
agree. I
And there's like, you can't tell that it has the pearlescent, that like, what is it, the kyanite? What's this very pale silver, pink one? It's very, very
Kunzite.
pale. Yeah,
Kunzite.
kunzite, but it has that sheen. Yes, I
This is
have.
This is my kunzite ring, my prized possession, and
Yes.
this is a beautifully colored kunzite. I was so lucky to acquire.
Beautiful. Yes.
But yeah, kunzite, the Chateauyancy of kunzite, you have to see in person. Danberites,
Shattuckite or Danburite has a yeah,
Danberite.
see, you have to really see it because you don't see the gold flecks until like you have a light reflecting on it. So we're gonna make that happen, Alka. I think that's just the energy of the dragons coming forward about all the collaborative projects that we have opportunities to do.
The
So
Two of Wands, making things happen.
yeah, it's just making bending time so that there's space for all of it, right? Using
Exactly,
our creative power. So
exactly.
I definitely I know I have a fluoride or two around here, so I'm definitely gonna find it. Now, are they water safe?
Fluorite's water safe.
Okay. I always like to ask
Yeah,
because
no.
I'm a water person. I'm gonna drop a crystal down in the bathtub in a minute.
Yeah.
So
Fluorite is a soft stone, though. It's one of the softest, but it's absolute. Yep, you can put them in the water. I do too. I put them in my bath. Amethyst, rose quartz, fluorite, clear quartz are the ones that I use in my bath a lot.
mhm. I know a couple people that I'm going to suggest fluorite to as well. So that's good to know. A bracelet is coming to mind. So
Yep, yep, yep.
now, your Etsy store, are you stocked up on all kinds of things?
We are stocked up on a lot of new things. And so, yeah, go to Crystal Matchmakers on Etsy. Mark keeps putting, I think he's got a list of things he's doing tonight and tomorrow as well. So we constantly have, I mean, we have a lot more inventory than is up on Etsy. And just Mark's really particular about the photographs that he takes, really.
Oh, the photographs are amazing.
He really spends a lot of time on that. So, which is great. But that also means that we have a lot of backlog of what we want to be able to put online quick enough.
Oh,
So,
here we go. I did find your page. Let me go on and pull it up for a quick scroll here. Here we go. Oh, that's beautiful.
yeah,
That
look at that
amethyst.
amethyst. Yeah, that's one of the new ones. And on the uh I for me it's on the left side of it, the kyanite flames as well. But that piece is just beautiful. And he did spend a lot of time trying to capture the rainbows and the different hues of the amethyst on that particular piece. It is, if I may say so, even more beautiful in person.
Oh, I'm sure that it is. It's beautiful.
Even more beautiful.
Oh, yeah,
Look
look
at
at
that.
that.
Yeah,
He
that's
did a great job. I'll tell you, they definitely are tantalizing to to
if you go
peruse.
on the left of that amethyst, those kyanite flames are new as well. And the kyanites from Pakistan. But a lot of the
Mm,
times they blend in the kyanite with the crystal. But this one, I love how he's carved it. He's taken the clear quartz as the matrix and then carved the kyanite into the clear quartz as part of it. And I think that's so
mhm.
beautiful and unique the way he's done that.
Those are beautiful. Love it.
And Mark's
Oh,
hands are kind of big, as you know, but they're a
oh
really
yeah,
good
he's
size.
manly hands guy. So they're definitely a substantive. Oh yeah, I could see you've got, your harmonizers
Yeah.
interspersed in here. All right, so everyone definitely check out. It's an ongoing rolling basis. And the other thing to remind you is like, okay, if you are looking for a harmonizer, email them, tell them what you're looking like. What's your situation? Are you unfocused? What are
Yeah.
you doing? Are you clearing? Are you seeing people? Are you touching with your hands? Like you guys will take the right combination. I think I have soapstone, selenite, charwhite, citrine, shungite, and I don't know what else. But I really just grab whatever feels.
Yeah. Feels right.
You can see I'm doing like which
Which hand?
hand
Yeah.
switching. Then I always bound, I always whatever hemisphere sync this.
Yeah,
So
it honestly, it is the best way to focus. If you find in the morning you're unfocused, or especially me when I wake up, sometimes I go so deeply into dream state, I wake up disoriented. The first thing I do is I grab my harmonizers and go, okay, I want grounding, but I want to be present for the day. I want to be focused. And it's 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes in the morning. And it's, you will immediately feel that rush of energy and whatever you need for to take you through the day. I have
mhm,
permanently here at my desk 4 different harmonizers that I pick up during the day, because again, if
mhm,
I have a very heavy work day in the middle of the day, I start losing focus and losing that energy, and I go, okay, fluorite and lapis, do it for me, let's go there, let's get there.
mhm. Oh, well, Alka, it's always a pleasure. I enjoyed our date. You can drop me off at the door now. And we will see you and Mark next month for our monthly date night
Great
with you.
night.
And in the meantime, I will see you online and I will send gratitude bombs your way every time my crystal friend and I have communion together.
Thank you. What a lovely pleasure, and I look forward to our date next month.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you,
Thank
moderator,
you,
Cree,
everyone.
Tanya, Good Vibe Tribe, everyone who's here. And we'll put notes down below on how you can contact Alka and Mark going forward. So